right, welcome back everybody to day number 3 here at LA Comic-Con, where we have the MK and Street Fighter 6 open brackets that are still going on, and we have a lot of action to go throughout the day to see who's going to be the crown champion of the LA open brackets. And joining me once again from yesterday, calling all the action, is going to be Ravage himself. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, AJ. I am always surprised by the amount of black jackets that you happen to own.
This one is blue.
In your closet.
Okay, this one's blue. All right. Well,
you own.
I don't know why I'm catching strays so early in the day, but it's okay.
AJ has a monochrome closet, and that's it, bro. You could not find a single color within that. But anyways, we're gonna move on into the rest of the day that we got going on. Right, we're gonna start the day with Street Fighter, some SF6, and move on to the MK. Like you're saying, I'm even getting word that we're gonna probably have some prizes going on for MK as well, AJ.
Yeah, we'll be getting into that a little bit later. Of course, shout outs to the boots who are bringing that. We'll talk about that once we get to MK. But right now, we are currently on Street Fighter 6. For anybody who's unaware, double elimination brackets are you have to win one whole time all the way through or lose twice. So if you take 2 losses, you are out of the bracket. And a big part of why I brought that up is because we are in the winners finals. We have 3 remaining competitors that will be coming up. We got G-Kinetic, Armory Esports own Pharaoh, and yesterday what we saw, I believe it was Uchiha. There was a little bit more before the name. I'll get the rest of that in a second. That was Yasuke Uchiha coming in with that Chun-Li. Looked great. But whoever wins this winner's final set coming up will be on the winner's side of grand finals. That means that they have a cushion of being able to play 2 sets in a row in that grand finals. If they lose, they get another set going. They win, they take it all. So this is the most comfortable seat in the house, and that's going to be determined between G-Kinetic coming up next with the Ryu versus Pharaoh on that Cammy. How you feeling about this winner's finals?
I am feeling absolutely ecstatic. You know, I've always thought about how do I explain a bracket reset to everybody who doesn't understand it. That's probably the best way. I think you probably could have done that. Exactly like you're saying, right? It's just it makes it that much more fun to move on forward. Those double chances, and naturally, if we do end up getting that reset going on forward, it does make it that much more exciting. We were talking a bit about a couple different characters that we might have seen as well too. Like you're saying, the Chun-Li there. Also been playing on that modern style too. We saw some E Honda yesterday as well. So I'm expecting a bit more the same flavor going into today too.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how they play. I mean, we talk about winners finals here, so that means that they had to win all the way through to get up to this point in the first place. So they have a little bit of stamina under their belt. It is a little bit difficult to play through long brackets or brackets in general and win out all the way through. And Ryu, one of those characters that's really simple at doing that. Been straightforward with his business, hasn't really changed his game plan for the past 20 plus years, but does have the Denjin charge, which of course is the install you'll see him do every once in a while, a little power up that enhances his moves such as Hadouken, and I can't remember the exact name of the Hadouken that's up close. It begins with the G, that's all you need to know. But both of those get empowered, it does make them safer, and does give him new combo strength, so it's going to be dependent on whether he can get that access, because dealing with the rushdown from Cammy can be very difficult to handle at the highest levels.
Just a spiral arrow along with the high kicks too are absolutely ridiculous with how much she can with how fast she can actually clear that range. You can get right up close and personal to you to make sure you don't have a second to breathe. Now, although as nice as that is though, it can be quite difficult when you're playing in a game and thinking, man, this is crazy. I wish I had a second to maybe get a hit off, escape, a grab even. No, it's not going to happen. It will be within seconds. You will lose it all and not even know what happened to you.
As I mean, speaking of those situations, you will see that pretty often, depending on how they utilize their crouching fierce punch, which is the lower uppercut punch that is safe on block. For anybody who's curious what that means, that means if you hit someone while they are blocking with a move that is plus, you cannot act immediately until those plus frames are gone. So you end up losing out, and it makes other moves that are, say, maybe a frame 7 move, now frame 4, which increases the speed overall. That'll happen quite often with things such as burnout or with plus frame moves like that, and that's going to be one of them you see a lot. And that's how you set up those grabs to get people scared, get those free throw loops, and constantly put them back on the ground.
Exactly that. Now, I myself am a big Ken fan because of the follow-ups you can have too, right?
Of course you are.
It's just, wait, no, what do you mean by that? No.
I like holding forward. Well, my name is Ravage, the most ravishing man in the business, and I like swinging at my opponent.
Bro. when you have a kick that's safe on block, you can continue to push forward, right? And make sure that your opponent's just like, hey man, maybe you can slow down for a second.
Yeah.
No, sir. What if I decide to hop you up in the air and okie you once again? What do you do about that? Nothing, probably.
That's one of the most fearsome things about Ken in general too, and part of what we'll see from Ryu. Not as great of a crouching medium kick, but we refer to it as a sword normal because it feels like it's outranging you with the disjoint, and that crouching medium kick will hit you from across the screen, get you a full corner carry, and Ken's just have their way with you. But when it comes to Ryu, you have to space it a little bit better, but he does get a lot of damage, and we've seen a couple people who were able to utilize that over time. We already had multiple Ryus who have qualified for the Capcom Pro Tour because of that, but some of them have also switched off to Ken because they wanted to move up the directions of the tier list. But they gave me false hope for a little bit to continue playing Ryu, and now I've converted over to Chun-Li because I want to win. So I'll see if that won't happen though with G-Kinetic, because we do have 3 very strong characters in this top 3 of Ryu, Cammy, and Chun-Li.
Now I might add though, I didn't want to say it. Now, although you may switch over, I think there is one character that, although may not be present, right? But I think one that inspired me to play, being my GOAT Meta RD, to bring out the Green Man himself.
Yo, let's go Meta, and shout outs to Meta for getting into the championships, because holy crap, would I have been so heartbroken watching all that time that he got and all the put all the effort in, and would have made it, but he ended up making it, so we don't have to worry about that potential going to be a 3-time champ. Who knows? But when there's $2 million in total prizes and $1 million standing at the top end of that, I believe it's like a $700,000 money match or something like that between first and second. There's going to be a lot of stress on the line, and something that we haven't really seen too much in fighting games, because we'll see some very high prize pools, but 2 million is very high for Street Fighter. So I'm very, very excited to see that. And who knows, maybe we see another all-star come here from LA Comic-Con today, because most of the time it really just takes that first time you enter the bracket, you get addicted, and next thing you know, you can't leave.
Right, that's the story of so many different fighting players who happen to hop up on a stage and decide, man, this is kind of fun. I might dedicate my entire life to this. Crazy.
It happens, and sometimes you end up on the microphone instead because you realize that you were just not built for that life. But
yeah, talk about that, AJ.
Well, I'm going to talk about those, the other people who talk way better than us in a professional standing, because we have quite a few guests who are still throughout here at LA Comic-Con.
Yes.
So if you're waiting for this action, of course, you also have more to talk to throughout the day. I'm going to make sure that I specify, of course, people who are still here, because I almost said one who was only here on Saturday. If you are a fan of the boys, of course, you got both Aaron Moriarty and Karen Fukuhara who are in the building, so please go check that out. That new trailer just dropped. It looks phenomenal. There are a lot of other great guests in the building as well. I don't know if Latif Crowder is still here. He is. That is the Capoeira Maestre himself, who is basically Eddie Gordo in real life. So make sure you go check him out. Wow, there are a lot of... I should have went. There are a lot of people who are still here in the building. If you're a fan, of course, of The Office, actually, I'm sorry, because they were only here yesterday. So still check out all the other great guests.
The bait is crazy.
I was almost good. And then I noticed it was just Saturday. But there's a lot of great guests still here, of course, at LA Comic-Con to check out throughout the day.
Indeed. And if anything, if you're in LA, man, I also know that there's also, of course, naturally fantastic food outside. You can go get stuck in traffic for a little bit too, and then just watch it around the walk around the convention for a little bit afterwards. Also, if you're there, I know there's some fantastic artists over in Artist Alley, so go in and grab yourself, some excellent drawings there as well. Naturally, after matches too. Those are personally my favorite part of every single con. Looking around and seeing all the little doodles everybody made. It also looks so cool. I got the little Spy Family tote bag. It was custom made by an artist there too. It's so sick. I love it so much. It's in the other room. I'll get it later. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, speaking of things that people have made going to the cons, shout out to all the cosplayers. Of course, cosplay is not an easy thing to pull off. It's a lot of hours and tears that go into those things, but they come out phenomenally. So kudos to every single one of you who is either cosplaying for the first time or an expert at it and showcasing a brand new work of art that a lot of people get to see. So make sure you go ahead and give kudos, say hi, and congratulate everybody for their incredible work that they've done, because it's not easy, and it's a lot of time that goes into that work, and you get to see it all the time at all these great Comic-Cons.
And especially if it's hot out there, make sure that they're okay, right? You make sure you go ahead and get a pic of them too, because I find some cosplayers are mad intricate, and then you're like, oh, can I touch? And suddenly it all falls apart. So don't do that. It's crazy out there. But like you're saying, They all put in hours upon hours, days, months even, in ensuring that they can go out there and look cool for people who enjoy certain, certain niches and genres and so on and so forth. And I'm sure, just small compliments go a very long way. We tell them how hard they worked on this stuff naturally. So, but speaking of how hard we've been working, I think we might be getting into some other hardworking people of some Street Fighter. All right.
Here we go. There's potential there could be a button check off the first round, so we'll to see what happens when they go in. But like we said, upcoming here first, we got G Kinetic coming in here with that Ryu versus Army Esports Pharaoh on the Cammy. Again, these are two of very straightforward. If you are trying to pick up and learn the game characters, these are great to use. Definitely easy to adjust to, understand, and play. Especially if, from the looks of things, we're going to see modern controls from Ryu. So that means you get one button input Hadoukens, one button input Shoryukens. It's going to be easy to back people off consistently. But we got the classic controls coming in from the Cammy.
Ooh, okay. Mad respect on that, because I myself, very early on when I started on Street Fighter, decided that I was going to try to learn for classic Cammy, and Cammy is difficult to actually pick up, man. I find, just because of the constant combos you have to learn with their follow-ups too. So, shout out to everybody out there. We love playing this, and I cannot wait to get into our first match today.
I love seeing the fist bumps go out, both of them with the deep breaths back too, letting the intro rock. We're getting to get ready to get started. It is the winners finals of this bracket. Whoever wins this gets to go on to the winner's side of grand finals, get that comfortable cushion of that bracket reset, and it's gonna be on Feral Beast or G Kinetic to figure out who it is that's gonna take it all home.
Yes, sir. Let's go and hop right into it too. Just small little checks. Start at the beginning, nothing too crazy, but G Kinetic already starting it off, gets the grab right at the corner. We go, and once again, now you can let him breathe. Act like you will get command grab. Act like you will get command grab.
Well, that one just the standard walking grab, of course, but like what we said before, that is very easy to set up throw loops. If you are not ready for it, that's going to be a perfect KO to start things off. Here you see G Kinetic is prepared and ready to go.
Indeed. It's just, man, I got excited. That was crazy. He just held him there too the entire time. And starting off with the same flow here in the round once again.
Going right in with the drive rush, just walking him down. G Kinetic, you have the one button Shoryu, so at some point you're going to see that maybe get pressed, but instead it's going to be the drive impact. We're going to go ahead and shut that down immediately. Yet another throw, being very difficult to play around right now. We're going to go for the standing medium kick into the donkey kick, but it doesn't lead to anything else. Hooligan gets pushed back, but he can't get a turn, Ravish.
Ooh, it is wild to me. Even the one hit that he got off there too was just a second that he had in between trying to get there. Looking off did not matter, but nearly two perfect KOs right at the beginning, and we're going back to character select.
Yeah, a good thing if you are ever in a match and you have to stop and take a breath and think about it. Do so. You have time in between games to take a minute and figure out what went wrong. You have plenty of time. So, that first one, obviously, very heavy rush down. That's something that Cammy's very good at. But we never really saw any attempts at trying to push that back with fireballs. You want to use Hadouken to try and push people back. You want to use that crouching medium kick to push them back. Now, of course, with Modern, you have the auto combos that will happen consistently. So you can get a couple quick hits in, but it all depends on how you utilize that so you can make Cammy back off. From the looks of things, though, we're going to switch over to Lily instead. If you can get those wind charges up, Ravish, you already know. You get those plus frames. It allows you to get the EX Commodore Spires and start to poke back against Pharaoh.
Indeed, this should help out a lot with the rush that you were talking about as well, AJ, that Cammy has to put out to put some good spacing between him and Feral Beast as well, and allow him just a second of breathing time to perhaps get in some more hits of his own. But we'll have to see once we do get into the game as well. I believe it was that modern selection once again here for Lily here too. Yeah,
again, another character is very good at utilizing modern controls because you get that right there. You get the wind charge into easy access Condor Spire. We're going to go ahead back it off 2 times in a row. That's 2 3-piece quick combos coming in. We're going to get, but a little bit difficult. Now we're back in that same corner here, Ravish.
Yes, sir. I've been able to walk them down here every single time, but so far though, G Kinetic put us some good defense. Managed to change things up. Nice little counter.
Drive impact immediately just to put him right into burnout. So now you can't use that drive rush. It's going to be very difficult to go in with the EX moves as well, or the OD moves. Where we see that spinning knuckle, nothing really gets punished for it because they're both in burnout. That's 4 extra frames of plus. You can't swing. It's a block string loop, and you're going to get smacked back by the DI.
It was a never-ending barrage of moves. It's like in Doctor Strange when bro said Dormammu would come to bargain, but Dormammu wasn't having it, bro. It did not matter.
Yeah, like we said, it's so difficult to play around that position because once you're in that burnout, your turn is forfeit. And we're going to see that he's got these. Full combo string coming through. There's that crouching meaty fierce punch. We were talking about the meaty moves. It covers your frames on wake up. And we're going to see him walk away from that one. A quick 2-0 dub coming in from Feral Beast with that Cammy.
That was incredible. Oh, bro. All right. That's okay. He realized that, things were a little bit mismatched here. He was like, hey, can I go? Am I good now? All right, I'm going home. All right, I'll see y'all later, man. That's it, bro.
It is a best of 5, but of course, he decided to go ahead and give up that dub. So we're going to see claps out going out there for G-Kinetic with incredible play there from that Cammy. Like we saw, one of the biggest things, of course, is being able to maximize her combo strings. She has some interesting routes you have to take with the fact that she doesn't have the easiest cancels off her drive inputs like most characters. Usually you get pretty free drive rush cancels off of a standing medium punch and stuff, but it's hers, it's more off that standing fierce, that standing heavy where she hits you with the 2 fists. That carry that, pop them up, get the double standing heavy kick so you can keep them carried into that closeout with the cannon spike. It was just time and time again, you could see G-Kinetic understood how to deal with both those matchups, even with the switch to Lily, and that was a pretty quick cruise into the winner's side of Grands.
Yeah, because you even saw that even though Lily at the beginning did get some spirals of her own, though it didn't necessarily matter because it was an immediate switch back up once again. The movement shifted forward onto the G-Kinetic side, and then it was only a matter of time though, because like whether it was that or even the standing grabs like you're mentioning as well too, just walks him there all the way to the end. It was as though they were going on a friendly little stroll, but one that ended very one-sidedly. All right, GG's, man. What's up?
Yeah, so great job coming in there from G-Kinetic, and we'll find out. It's again, that was best of 5, but because of the fact they decided to forfeit that round out, that does give the W to G-Kinetic, who's going to take it into that winner side grand final seat. Like we said, very comfortable seat in the house, because this guarantees you that no matter what happens, if you lose if you lose a best of 5 in grands, it's reset. You have to play another set, so whoever gets to you has to beat you 2 times straight. When 6 games in total, when you are on that winner's side, most of the time you get a little bit of momentum coming in from the loser's side, but because there's only 2 matches to play, it's gonna take a little bit to warm up. We'll see if Uchiha or Feral were able to adjust and get that done. Actually, it was Feral who won that. I had the names backwards. It was Feral who won that. Apologies to the crowd who are probably very confused with what I'm talking about. Feral taking that set.
Well, you have no idea. And that's going along with everything we say. We can say anything we want right now and they'll probably believe us. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Guys, I'm 7 feet tall. Trust me. You can't tell, but I am.
With ego,
I'm
you are 7
right
feet tall. Yes.
Yeah. I'm killer right now. I should be the NBA, but I decided to be a commentator instead because I follow my passion instead. That's definitely what happened.
But yeah, that's definitely why you did that. You know what, man? You were just outside the draft cut, bro. That's all it was. Like
that's it, bro. It was me and Rui, bro. Me and Rui in the same class right now, bro. Doing our thing.
Bro, catch me yelling "Ravish, ravish" next time we're next to each other. Same way. I'm gonna see you tackle one person. I'm gonna just clap it up, bro. But again, to everybody, hope you're having a great time. It's a good time for us too. We get to watch a lot of great action, a lot of great contenders come up, because it's very nerve-wracking to step up to the stage for the first time. Joining in any single tournament period is very nerve-wracking, but stepping up to the main stage to be able to put yourself in front of a bunch of people watching and show how you can perform, definitely a different thing to get used to because the spotlight is on you, but it is an experience to learn over time, because remember, every loss is an opportunity to learn, and if you don't learn from those chances, well, you end up not really progressing, and that's a big thing in fighting games, because you need to learn in order to be able to learn how to win.
Indeed,
or lose
so
in order
much.
to learn how to win.
Literally so, because I find with a lot of matches and characters, some of it is just knowledge check, right? Because like I have to have people just aren't playing characters like Blanca, in fact. So it'll be just a question of, do you know what's going to go on? Do you know what he can do? And do you know what your character does against him? 3 major factors that I'm sure we'll get to see against Yasuke Uchiha and G-Kinetic as they load up on stage very soon.
Yes, so as we said, correction before that was in fact Farrell who took that dub with the Kami. We're going to be seeing G-Kinetic stepping back up to the stage, going up against Yasuke Uchiha. This is the Chun-Li we saw yesterday. As that match, that was the precursor to the top 3 finals. They won over, I believe it was Richard with the Honda. And from what you saw, how you felt about that Chun-Li?
I thought it was solid, man. Like you were saying, there's a reason why she's been climbing up the ladder so far, and why you probably picked it up too, though. Like the same for rush down strikes that we saw, because consistently
definitely
that close range game
100%.
is so good, man. What's up?
Yeah, definitely 100% to do with the playstyle. Absolutely.
Just...
Which, I mean, it's true too. Actually, it looks like you might have wanted the run back in the sets afterwards. So had that a little backwards as well. So it's instead going to be the Honda maybe coming out here.
I guess so. Yeah, we're seeing the hover. I believe Kami and Honda seem to be locked in as right now. So I'm not actually too opposed to it. Unless we get Geef, please pick him Geef. Please pick Geef. Oh man, I love Geef, bro. Geef players are just absolute chads. I remember Geef was one of the first players, one of the first characters I learned how to play back in Street Fighter 4. So but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, there's that Chun-Li. Okay, so they was just on the opposite sides. It looks like we might be seeing. G-Kinetic is going to go with that Ryu. He's just hovering over the Honda. That's why I got very confused, because I remembered Richard winning. But we're gonna see.
Let's go.
Look, we respect grapplers in this house, and a lot of people may not feel the same way, but modern Zangief is a menace to everyone. It does not matter who you are. Is that one button command grab going into SPD is going to be a nightmare scenario unless you're really good at poking back. And something we saw yesterday was Chun-Li is very active, and Yasuke Uchiha is a very big fan of utilizing the wake up DPs. So you're going to see what happens here as this round gets started. We're in losers finals.
I am so excited to see the Borscht roll coming alongside that little cyclone. Yes, man, that's what I'm talking about. But no, of course, actually no bias at all. But G-Kinetic starts it off. Ooh, immediately punish, and up we go.
All right, pushing him back into the corner again. You want to get those sweeps. Go with OD. OD Lightning Kicks is great if you get the hit, but terrible if you whiff on them, as you can see, even with the nerfed damage that comes from modern controls, because you do I believe it's 20% less overall. Those command throws still hurt.
Yes, they do indeed, right? Because that's fun. That's one of the biggest trade-offs of modern to naturally you are bound to do just a bit less damage and so on and so forth. Gets the lariat here once again, and as they switch corners, pressure not put down. Oh, the grab, and that's it.
Drive rush into the SPD, running right up, getting that command throw, and putting that round to bed. That's first game going to G-Kinetic. And the drive impact to catch the round start too into the pile drop. Very difficult to deal with. This is a part of why you want to get those, why you want to get the zoning out, because you keep doing a parry in front of them, you're going to keep getting thrown.
I'm seeing a whole different side of G-Kinetic, because we were looking at, we were looking at just the Kami before as well, going up against even the Lily too. We're thinking right now, man, where was this?
Maybe the Zangief might be the answer. And also, well, once again, OD SPD right in front of him. This is a best of 5, so that is the first of 3 potential wins that G-Kinetic is going to need. And you got to be feeling pretty good after that one. But something that Yasuke Uchiha did yesterday that we saw very well as well, Ravish, even when he went down a game, he was able to answer back. He's going to need to answer these running bear grabs ASAP, though. Indeed
he is, but you find that if he keeps whiffing on the lightning kicks, he's not going to be able to. But currently, though, goes up, switches it up, but again, G-Kinetic, good on the block here, though. Missed the grab this time. And that lariat hits. Damn, okay.
Yeah, it may not hit on cross-up, but if you are close enough within range and you whiff on block, that lariat's going to catch you pretty much every single time. And G-Kinetic looking very comfortable here. Or you got the difference of what happens with most modern characters compared to Chun-Li, though, is you still have to do the charge input for those fireballs. You still have to walk back and press the fireball input. Oh, excuse me, the special input. So you can't just hit it the same way a Hadouken could come out. And we're seeing that kind of happen here throughout this match.
But this time, though, Yasuke Uchiha reads the drive, saw probably some of the games from yesterday, so he's going to keep running at me, so I might as well take advantage of it. But this time again, not able to finish all the moves again, and GG's.
You're going to run up Once again, yet another SPD, and looking like this is going to be a potential 3-0 victory unless we get a nice pause here. I like that. Can you take a second, recoup, figure things out? This is one of Zangief's worst matchups as well, so I do like this switch to Jury. When to get those little fireballs out, it's good at keeping Zangief in poke range, and once he starts jumping to try and deal with that, that's when you can start to get those quick anti-airs or get your installs in up so you can get those charges for the Feng Shui engine and start putting on big damage.
Yes, that is also why I like Jury. All the words that you definitely said, and I heard every single one of them. Yeah, for sure.
It's all about learning together. Right now, we're going to learn to see if we can maybe get a reverse 3-0. We're going to get a drive impact to start things off right into ODDP. At least this round already looking a lot better, but just put himself in the corner.
Did not get the SPD off of that though, but at least he's able to get himself a Journey into burnout. So has a bit of time to get a little counter hits again. Rushes it, barely off. And G Kinetic having a bit of a harder time though, not too far off. And again we go.
All you need is one grab and a dream, and that's going to go ahead and bring this right back to bring this match back closer. But great job going with that dive kick. We're not going to see a closeout here just yet, but we get the burnout and we get a round on the board for Yasuke Uchiha.
Let's go. First one, baby. He's finally into it. The character switch are working up. Questions now, though, is how G Kinetic manages to actually adapt from this all. And so you can see playing it much safer this time. Yeah, dodges the first couple of hits, waiting for her to land back down to earth. And right to grab the lariat. No, but instead gets punished.
We're going to go with another ODDP, but we're going to go for level 3, but no buttons were being pressed, so that is 3 bars gone. That is another DP. We're just going to run up and do it. That's a level 3 for your troubles. Even on modern, that might be enough. I think it's going to be just barely short, but you got to guess for game after this.
Ooh, yeah, it's just a second of breath of fresh air and a nice little slap to the neck will give Yasuke Uchiha his first in the round. Right now we're looking at what possibly elimination here too, because one more round, if Yasuke takes it, that's a 3-0.
Yeah, it looks
like
G
Kinetic.
Yeah, G Kinetic is one round away from trying to get that rematch up against Feral in the grand finals. There's another command grab. We got potentially just one more after this. Going up with those standing heavies. Can we get enough to close it out? All right, we're gonna get ODDP at least.
One more. He's just hitting him in the neutral, man. It's just bop, bop, bam, and that's it. There we go. 3-0.
Very quick. I mean, again, one of the biggest things that comes in from Zangief and modern controls is the quick access to those throws, but also the fact that he was running up and using the modern combo string, which you saw the standing low, which is the short kick into the lariat. Although it's only 2 hits, if you get those 2 hits over and over again, it's going to add up over time. So, at least for G Kinetic, one of the things that he just solved is the fact that the Zangief definitely seems like it is the play, so we'll see how that goes up against Feral in that rematch. But congratulations and kudos out, of course, to Yasuke Uchiha, who made it all the way here to 3rd place. Not an easy feat, but gets on the podium here at LA Comic-Con. Indeed,
he does. Now, AJ, how do you feel about that standard Cameo versus the modern Geef matchup? Because I find, I think it'll be fun, but I feel very similarly to how that Journey matchup would have gone potentially.
I think a big thing that happens with the matchup of Cammy compared to Jury, for example, is Jury has that low fireball, easy ways to kind of poke out and outrange Zangief to make him stay put. Cammy doesn't have any fireballs, but she has incredible standing pokes. Of course, that standing medium kick, which is really easy at pushing him back, and being able to get big damage when you have full drive gauge meter, and the throw loops. So you're not too scared about being right next to Zangief because you can get constant throws yourself. And we saw in that previous match, he's got the throw loops and he's got the combos. So it's on G Kinetic to kind of play a bit patient. You have to let him swing first, because he who swings first usually loses in the matchup of Zangief versus pretty much anybody unless they have a good fireball.
So I'll see if he knows that, though, is the biggest question. Because like you're saying, we have seen him play about 3 different characters now already, and the Geef seems to be the one that he's more comfortable on as well. And now on the final stage, to get a bracket reset, he's going to need to play pretty solidly, as we did just see in the previous game as well. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
And for everybody who's out in the crowd, I know that the crowd mics apparently have been on throughout yesterday and today. We hope you're having a great time. You're hoping having a blast. Again, here at LA Comic-Con, not only is there a lot of guests, but there's also a lot of tournaments going on. As a matter of fact, if you also would like to play against some pros this weekend, I know that I believe Justin Wong and Punk are both in the building, which you could go play to see if you could win a prize if you happen to beat them. So good luck. with that. Maybe easier said than done, but if you can do it, you'll get a prize from them. And go check out some of the booths as well, because there's a lot of great booths, including one of them that did contribute a prize for Mortal Kombat, which again we will talk about in a little bit. But that was coming in from one of them for an MK tumbler, and we greatly appreciate that and all the support and all the just the booths and con goers in general who are out here having a great time.
Yeah, exactly that. Like we were saying, there's also like a lot of really cool guests that I know AJ has been talking about the entire day. Of course, the cosplayers and everyone out there doing their thing. And also, we're there. Find us. We're behind the stage. If you rush stage right now, you'll see us there, 100%.
Yeah, this is a very unique studio that we have that's all remote that we put together last night. So good that we decided to set up 2 separate sections. So, of course, you find us in the building. Somebody, please go get me a signed picture from Karen Fukuhara and send it to me ASAP. Thank you. It's gonna be it's a great time. One of my favorite things about going to Comic Cons is getting to meet a lot of great people. Me personally, I usually go to New York and Boston because those are closer to my home, and I definitely want to get out to the West Coast ones. Of course, very a little difficult to get the San Diego one because if you're not looking at the ticket prices the day of, good luck. But for LA, I definitely want to get out there at some point to go check it out. So I hope everybody is having a blast out there while we continue this bracket.
It would be very nice. I personally have very few cons out here in Toronto. There's like some of the classic ones, that we have, Fan Expo and Anime North, which are quite fun on their own. But I would want to go to like one of the big like comic cons. I've never actually been to one of those yet in my entire life. That and also being able to go to the very also famous giant Anime Expo that happens in LA every single year, which is where I've seen the world collide of everything that we could want and more. So we'll have to make it out the one day, but it's okay. Today, it's not that day. But for now, though, I can live vicariously through you all in the audience, watching and waiting and chilling around at LA Comic Con. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mom. I see you there. What's up? How you doing? You good? Yeah.
Yeah, Mom bought a ticket yesterday. Yeah, your mom's at Comic Con. Yeah, she is, matter of fact. But again, I hope you're all having a great time as we wait for that grand final set. For a little reminder, again, this is best of 5 normally, but in order to win this bracket, you have to win twice if you are on the loser side of that bracket, which currently G-Kinetic is coming back to see if we could get that rematch, and it looks like he might be committing to Chun-Li, but he's kind of just hovering over it right now. So last time we saw him hovering over Honda and switched over to a different character. I personally think the Zangief is the right call right now because of how good it looked a second ago. And of course, for Farrell, there is no reason to switch off the Cammy. Very, very much so. You can see legitimate play from there and understands how to maximize the damage. So I think we'll be seeing the Cammy come back for sure.
You know what? I think he goes ahead, brings a 4th character. Show me the Rashid, bro. Might as well, right? Just go ahead, reach in the pockets and see what you got going on. Catch us all up by surprise. But like I'm saying, he's probably gonna stick to what he knows best as well too. I can say Kyrie Prince locked in, and the Geef should be as well. Yeah,
this is the right call. I think after what we just saw a second ago, at least give Zangief a go. You have some time to figure it out. You have at least one round to confidently try and go with it, but looks like we might be second guessing maybe that decision. We'll find out in a second. No, we are going to commit to the Zangief, so it's going to be G-Kinetic in the rematch here up against Farrell, who is sitting there on grand final side with that Cammy. It's time to determine who will be our grand champion here for LA Comic Con of the Street Fighter 6 open bracket.
Man, you see how when Geef gets locked in, he has little Steve coming out of him as if he just came out of the sauna, bro. My man is literally always on fire. That's
radiating
crazy.
Energy 24/7.
That is his key. That is blowing out. He's actually a Super Saiyan. That's crazy.
That's what he says. Running on vibes, quite literally. You can see the vibes as they stand out. But there we go. Already starting off. Early round pressure. I like it. But that's going to be a big whip punish. Crouching medium kick into the push back into the corner. That's what we want to see. Now you got to deal. Oh, good throw tech as well. Okay, looking a little bit better already.
You've seen Farrell Beast actually keeping it low the entire time as well too, because like he's reading what G-Kinetic was trying to do in the previous match as well. Every single time he's always on that low, always blocking, playing it much safer this time, but gets caught by the grab.
A walking bear grab, getting right up in front of him. Of course, you can't try to challenge that. There's the OD hooligan. We haven't seen that yet. Into the cross-up, spinning back fist. Things are looking a little bit better for Farrell here. Try to keep that pressure on. Do we go for the throw loop? He did make the attempt, and as soon as he gets that standing reset, one more throw will do it, and that's round 1.
damn, bro. It's the same tech again that he used against the previous game. It's throw after throw. He walks him into the corner as if he's taking a little pet for a little joyride. And again, we go with the same sort of this dude. And that's COD once more. I'm getting deja vu.
Yeah, again, it's pretty safe on block, but trying to go for spiral arrow, it's not going to lead to the punish he's looking for, so he's getting locked down here. G-Kinetic's going to need to try to figure this out. Do we wake up maybe with the lariat? Nope, don't try to press on that. That's OD back fist. It's going to be safe.
Ooh, tries to get something here. There you go. Finally gets the lariat too. Gets out of the corner again. So a couple seconds to breathe. You see it actually, though. Feral Beast was almost close to burn out there too. Just a couple more bars, but manages to play it safe, recovering some of that back. Has the level 3 on both ends. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, the reaction DI coming in from Feral is going to close it out. He does not finish it entirely. So there is still an opportunity here for G-Kinetic. He has critical art available to him. If he could find that moment of opener, CA would do a tremendous amount of damage here. But that's going to be the whip on the lariat, and that is round 1 going to Feral.
Any sort of chip damage would have been able to do it, but like you're saying, a really strong start from Feral Beast too. And we're gonna go for the switch up here. Okay, I wonder where he decides to go.
Well, at minimum, like we said, you had that 1 round to be able to test to see how the Zangief played. And me, to be honest, I think the Zangief looked pretty good. The biggest thing is the pressure that's happening in the corner so far from Feral Beast has been very strong. So we're gonna decide to go over to the Honda. If you're gonna be flying slamming, you gotta make sure you do it in the right places. You want to get those installs up so you can get the extra hit on your 100 slaps, so you get that extra damage in. We'll see how he's able to play it out as we get into game number 2 here of Cammy versus Honda.
You know, I always wonder how Honda manages to keep his toga up for so long. That's the flying slam that we're talking about, though. It falls a little bit short, but does put some slaps out, though, at the beginning. And the walking grab, though, man, just cannot get around that.
He's making sure that he keeps them safe on wake up. He's going for those standing medium punches just to check them. Make sure that if you try to swing, there's going to be a button there. It's referred to meaty. We're going to get that throw again. Goes for the corner. Loop back in. There's that flying butt slam. Of course, that is safe unless you try to go for the parry. And even then, it's still neutral and block.
Yeah, keeps on getting over and over, though. But this time we're seeing G-Kinetic at least holding his own. You know, playing it much over this time. Not overstanding at any point at all, though. Holding it back constantly. Gets the charge up, but nothing found off of that either, as now Feral Beast has to put on the pressure, but it's all good on his side.
Good punish there on the hooligan, going for the extended overhead with the OD flip, but that doesn't end up leading to anything. And here comes those 100 slaps. Here's that headbutt. Things are looking good for Genetic, and he's got him in burnout. So this is a pre-opportunity to try and pressure. Now here's that corner game, though. It has been very difficult to deal with.
Oh, the nice little times the jump well as well. 2 quick heads over the corner. The grab again. One more hit from either side could possibly do it. And a good round start for G-Kinetic could definitely raise the morale a bit more. But you know, both of them hopping back and forth.
Might be that time to let the meter fly. You got one button headbutts. Oh, but the patience from G-Kinetic. Great job for G-Kinetic, kind of chilling, waiting it out that time, not going for those flying headbutts, waiting for Feral Beast to press, and that is the first round going to him. So that is some progress.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because you saw from the previous 3-0, pretty much changes it up. But fortunately, this time that will be caught up finally. And again, the same corner we go here, AJ. G-Kinect's been here so often and can't seem to get out of this. Finally, he does.
Very easy to react to drive impact from corner position, so he's gonna end up getting again. There's that pop-up we talked about before into the level 3 cash out. Oh, we're gonna miss it though. So we're gonna get at least. Wasn't able to walk himself out of the corner. Got a little bit of damage in. Needs to try and get out, but very difficult spot once again, Ravish.
Yeah, like you're saying, still Feral Beast is still in burnout though. So a small opportunity for him to try to find something back here for G-Kinetic. There we go. Just as the bars come back up. Small bit of up, not too far in the life leader either. And has all the resources he could possibly need. Just needs to find the opportunity.
And trying to go walk himself back in. Here we go again. He's got CA available to him, but the poke outs coming in from Feral Beast. We're able to get the job done. I like the fact that G-Kinetic didn't burn the 3 bars, because if you're getting poked in that position, you don't want to go for that 3 bars unless you know you're getting a hit confirm. Otherwise, you go into this last round losing that big damage output.
Yeah, but burns actually all the bars are right now on Feral Beast's side. Like I say, in burnout currently. Can G-Kinetic take advantage? Currently, his answer seems to be just not at all right now, though. Cammy also builds us up to that 2 bar, possibly waiting for the 3 right now, but Oh, again, man, had the small opportunity, nothing found once more.
Well, he's getting great react. He's not letting Feral Beast ever cross up with Hooligan. That's been
True.
very good. But Feral Beast is going to recognize that at some point and stay same side. It's all about the mix-up between Hooligans, the switch up, how you handle that. Just barely missing that crouching medium kick to get a full combo punish, but this is still a very close match. Remember, those 3 bars on either side can do a lot, but it's going to be Feral Beast who spends the drive gauge to guarantee that he does not drop that. We get around on the board there for G-Kinetic, but as you Feral Beast who moves up 2-0 in the set.
He does get just a couple of seconds to, and again, we get the change up once more. Are we going to get the long leg? No, we're not. No, I thought it was a dream for a second. All right, it's going to be a Luke this time. It's time for some more Sandblast to go into this next round.
Have you ever fought somebody who was so sweaty and so dirty on the arms that they chuck sand off their forearm? Well, congratulations. Here's the new protagonist of Capcom for Street Fighter, Luke, coming in with the dirtiest arms in the business and trying to throw a little bit of sand in your eyes to see if he can get the job done. And honestly, that might be the answer, all jokes aside, because Sandblast a great poke back tool for characters like Cammy.
Exactly. So far, keep that spacing to give him a couple of seconds of breathing room as well too. Luke has not seen lotion since the day he popped out his mother's womb, and will not today either. No more Sandblast just yet. As once again, Feral Beast walks him to the corner.
Going for those heavy kicks. Oh, just barely missed the whip punish.
Oh,
he tried to shimmy him back, but G-Kinetic, he's been able to walk himself out. He hasn't been able to walk out far enough, though. That's been the biggest thing. You have options with these media when you have the modern control combo strings, but that should be the round there. We're going to cash out into the level 1, but no, he drops it again.
That has never been successful on confirm from every single time. It's always been like a frame or two off for Feral Beast. No matter how hard he tries, it's like, bro has every the game on lock. Just cannot time that level 2 well enough, though. All good. Still gets the round. Around G-Kinetic, we're looking for an answer here, man. He gets the jump back. Good on block this time, but nothing found, though. The impact, nothing. Oh!
As soon as you see that orange blur happen, you mash that drive impact button, you answer it back. We do have a burnout coming in from Cammy, but the pressure has been so good from Feral Beast. He's going to go for that empty jump throw. All we need is one more good mix. There's the DP, and we're going to finish it out with the super and a perfect coming in from Feral Beast. Army Esports' own Feral Beast is your LA Comic-Con 2023 Open Bracket Street Fighter 6 champion.
Feral Beast absolutely wrecked it out there today too. Now we're not dropping a single gosh darn game, destroying all the competition and looking also good in the Cammy Esports. Shout out to the sponsor, shout out to him as well for looking excellent.
Yeah, shout out to the cameraman as well at the end of that match. Thank you so much, and also great job once again from Feral Beast coming up here. And kudos as well to G-Kinetic going back up. It is very difficult to after a match where things were a bit stressful in that winners finals, want to walk away from it, but ends up not only winning losers finals, puts a round on the board there in grands. It starts to look a little better. Big thing is just trying to find a commitment to which character he wanted to play in that matchup. Hopefully he goes ahead, looks back, figures out what it is, and gets some again, every loss is an opportunity to learn. It looked like he was learning at moments there alongside especially both the Zangief and the Honda. Looking forward to seeing what he could do in the future.
Indeed, bright spots in every single character that we did see, right? Where you saw, whether it be the Luke for him getting out of the corner, the Gief for actually matching, and the Honda for even taking that his first round as well, too. But simply, not enough by the end of it. Feral Beast looking a bit too good as of right now. And so, shout out to all of our competitors and everybody who competed. And for you guys in the audience, also watching along as well, give yourself a nice 2 claps.
Just specifically 2 claps. Now, give yourself a round of applause. Again, if y'all had a lot of fun, we are not done just yet, but that we do have to get set up for Mortal Kombat 1, which will be happening in a moment, which there are a few more matches on that one because we had our final 3 for here, but we have, I believe, most of top 8 still to go from MK1 and a prize coming in from one of those tumblers in the booth. We're going to give a shout out to specifically which booth that was in a little bit. And if you're enjoying our time, of course, you could see us right here. Our names underneath us are all of our socials, but we will not be gone. We will be back in a few for Mortal Kombat right after this. Whew.
demotivated. They try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to fail, I try my hardest. Power up, the time is now, I got this. I'm on fire like the doc. Yo, I'm tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy, give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built them like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mirror. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion. I did it all, even what they say can't be done. I wear my stripes proud, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like me, but you must respect me. I'm saying,
Another
if
mission
they ever
awaits.
try to check me, ain't gon' let them wreck me. The pain remains. Gotta remind myself where I came from and represent. The struggle made the realest man you ever met.
side.
Isn't it evident? Ain't stopped before, not planning on stopping now. Survivalist. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break bread.
Rashid wins.
Rashid wins. Cammy wins! Cammy wins! Rashid wins. Cammy wins.
So much effort. For what? Stop embarrassing yourself.
guys, welcome on back to the LA Comic Con. Hope you're having a fantastic day of con, and I'm Rav joined here by the point AJ as we get into some more MK. What's up with you?
We got a lot of great action. We just finished that Street Fighter not too long ago. Of course, shout outs once again to Real Beast who took it all home. But we got more great action coming up with Mortal Kombat 1, like we said. And we had some determined matches that happened yesterday to lead up to this final 6, I believe, that we have still here. Which, of course, would be the 2 winners finals matches, the 2 winners semis matches, which will qualify for winners finals. That top 3 coveted position. And on the lower side of bracket, we have 2 people waiting in losers quarters to find out who they will be playing from those winners semis matches. We'll be getting quite a few of those on stream, and a lot more great players coming up. As we've seen, the #1 overall seed Problem, also representing Army Esports, has been doing very well throughout all of this, so it seems like maybe they take 2 home today, possibly. If anybody would like to take some home stuff home today too, Ravish, you already saw that little sign that was over by the sitting area. If you see Beat a Pro, you can go ahead and check out a match up against Punk, Justin Wong, I guess Jabali, as well, who's also happens to be in the building. Everybody, if you beat them, you can go ahead and get some prizes. Go ahead and check that out. They're out throughout the booth. Not too far away.
Yeah, right around the corner indeed. I myself would like a hand as, you know what? I don't want to play Justin Wong, so I'll high five him and be like, hey man, remember when you was like 10 and you was at Evo and you were like, whoa, how long is it gonna last? And now you're like 30 and you still here? That's crazy, bro. How does it feel?
I mean, look, like I've had a blast with being able to attend as many things as I have over the years. You know, even being above 30, which is not far-fetched for the fighting game community, because a lot of people have been around since the arcade days, and a lot of this way before we had money or anything in esports scenes. And getting to see where this has all come to nowadays really makes me excited, because a lot of people have the opportunity to get to do things that I didn't necessarily have when I was growing up, but now I get to experience them and watch other people do the same thing. Of course, the golden era originally for fighting games that kind of re-sparked a lot of the interest in the fighting game community was around 2009, 2010, where MK9, Street Fighter 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Tekken 7, and a bunch of other games all came out, and that really kind of sparked a lot of interest in the early days of YouTube and streaming for people to get invested. And then the popularity started picking up, and now, these years later, we have yet another golden era coming in with Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat, Tekken coming back around the corner, Project L not too far off in the future, Grand Blue, Guilty Gear having a new renewed season. There is nothing but great things when it comes to being a fighting game fan right now.
Indeed, there is, my friend. All these titles and more are what you can experience, but the one we're going to get ourselves set up for is going to be, of course, Mortal Kombat, like we were just mentioning. While we were on break, you were going ahead and running it up yourself, but we're going to experience more of that today. In fact, if you were on a bit earlier, we did see Problem living some matches, playing those show matches as well too, in both Street Fighter and of course some MK as well too. And Street Fighter, bro's running the Rashid, they look kind of clean with it. So even in MK too, he is a smoke player too, but saw the Omni-Man versus Reptile matchup too, and that on its own looked dangerous.
Yeah, Omni-Man actually a very fun character right now. A little bit, it kind of took people by surprise when he first dropped, winning the very first Tampa Never Sleeps that actually dropped for that by the hands of Omni-Man. But we're actually going to throw it to the main stage to get to interview him from, I believe, Problem himself, who has been running through quite well in this bracket.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, LA Comic-Con, let's make some noise for our winners semi-finalists. Problem, we just saw you up here, so we're going to start with you, my friend. How have you been enjoying LA Comic-Con so far?
Oh, it's been real dope. I've been enjoying my time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been an amazing venue here. I think we can all agree. It's been absolutely fantastic. And even though we just saw you on the exhibition match, you know, it's been obviously incredible to watch you play. And I'm so excited to see you in this Mortal Kombat bout tonight. How far did you travel to get here?
Not far. I came straight out of Sacramento, so it was a quick flight. So. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Just Sacramento?
Yes.
Oh, it's fantastic. So you're here representing U.S. Army Esports. That's fantastic. We love to see that sort of representation here. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit just about what the program means to you and how much you've done for them for your esports career thus far?
The program is definitely a good opportunity for everybody. You don't even have to be military to join, like our Discord, to play with us. So I've met a lot of great people. It's helped me level up my game. So it's great.
That's fantastic to hear. I absolutely love that. You know, coming from a collegiate esports background, it definitely means a lot to bring that up and coming talent, especially on a wonderful stage like this in front of this wonderful venue here. What has been your favorite moment so far from LA Comic-Con this year?
Seeing everybody, the outfits, how the whole program is running, all the pro players, and watching Pharaoh Beach drop a lot of combos. It's been great to see.
That's fantastic. I absolutely love to hear that. Have you ever played in a Mortal Kombat tournament before?
I played a few online tournaments, but for locals like this would be my first one.
That's fantastic. Absolutely love to hear that. Do you have a favorite character? Are you going to pull out the smoke that we've been definitely hearing whispers about in the venue tonight?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to stick with Smoke for right now, but I just watched that Quan Chi trailer, so I definitely might have to check him out once he comes out.
Absolutely. Love to hear that. And how do you think you're going to do for the remainder of this tournament?
We'll just have to see. I don't know. There's good luck to everybody. I'm not going to say anything.
Absolutely. We keep it humble here at LA Comic-Con 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Problem. We're going to send it right over here to Wanted Deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Wanted Juice, how are you feeling today?
Blessed.
Blessed?
Yep. Thank God for another day. I'm here. I hear a lot about Problem. I'm ready to play.
Absolutely love it, my friend. So how have you been enjoying the venue in LA Comic-Con thus far?
Oh, it's beautiful. Seeing everybody, with their costumes, their cosplays, I'm like, it's my first time here too, so just seeing everything, I'm just like, what? I'm just amazed about a lot of things, and it's good though, like the environment, the positivity, the way how everybody just gets here, and it's just like the fan base, it's just too beautiful. Like, it's nothing but great energy.
Just seeing, like you said, everyone in those costumes and being able to express themselves in ways that you probably haven't been able to, finding your people here at LA Comic-Con. It's been an incredible experience to just see everybody in this incredible venue. Now, Wanted Deuce, have you played in a Mortal Kombat tournament thus far? Tell me a little bit about your history.
No, this is actually my first one. And to actually say it is at Comic-Con is actually, shout out to Comic-Con, and you guys. I appreciate you guys for letting me actually be part of this tournament. Mortal Kombat history, I've been playing it since I was a kid, since MK1, 2, Ultimate, MK3, all of the above. I'm a huge MK fan. And I just been playing against my friends and everybody. They're always like very competitive. And I always tell them, it's always about me. It's just about me. I'm the best, this and that. And I'm here. Now is my time to prove it.
I love to hear that, man. So could you say that, we would potentially see you at a tournament like EVO in the future, maybe?
Ooh, yeah, I will for sure love to be there, for sure. If I'm invited, for sure, yeah, I'll for sure pull up, but like being a part of the tournaments, like I want to be like, that's where I want to be at now, like.
100%. And let's just finalize this right here, right now, in front of all these wonderful people. Who is your favorite character, and how do you feel you're going to do in this matchup against Problem today?
My favorite character will always be Ermac. New game, it varies. I like, certain, Raiden, Kung Lao. I like those like low class, underclass characters sometimes, but they actually made them different, in this game. But in other games, I feel like those are like, they mean a lot to the game because they're like, oh, they're underrated, this and that. And then, me doing my thing against Problem, hope he, good luck to him. May the best man wins. And I know I'm going to do good.
Absolutely love to hear that. We love to see our low-tier competitors here picking those characters that not everybody actually, would expect to see in a high-stakes tournament like this. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Problem. Let's give it up for Wanted Deuce. It's your casters, Ajax and Ravish. Let's get it going.
And it's time for that winner semis. Now, I do raise a pretty giant eyebrow when I hear low-tier Raiden, because that is not true, folks.
That's cap. That's cap.
But I do love the fact that he is out here again. For many, getting to go out to my first tournament was really what set the tone for me finding my way into esports in the future. So hopefully for Wanted Deuce, with this being his very first tournament, getting all the way up here to a guaranteed at minimum 5th place position, that's looking pretty great. So hopefully we get to see him more throughout. And Ermac is around the corner, but I am very much on the same page as Problem there, because I watched that Quan Chi trailer during the break, And man, got a House of Horrors Portal combat going on, and I am so here for it.
That is what I'm saying, bro. Step into Quanchi's Funhouse if you want all the smoke indeed. Speaking of which, on the other end, for a problem, going to bring out his signature smoke as well, too. We saw that yesterday. It looked unstoppable. So, and you saw homie kind of shying a little bit, being like, I mean, we're going to see what goes on. So you can tell he feels very confident stepping into today.
Humble Kings up there right now. But also, big shout outs, of course, as we get into MK. Want to go ahead and give some appreciation to the Moto Glads booth over at booth 4314, which actually donated a Mortal Kombat designed tumbler that's going to be given to the winning player of this bracket. So thank you so much for Moto Glads over at booth 4314. Make sure you go check them out. Get yourself one of those custom tumblers and some other custom gear as well, as they are continuing to support this LA Comic-Con open bracket for MK1.
Indeed, yeah. And so, yeah, big shout out to them. Of course, all the fantastic events that we got going on right now at LA Comic-Con as well. Hop into today as well. There's that Kung Lao we were talking about alongside the smoke on the other end. And we'll see who they got as your support as well. And the smoke gonna be at the Kung Lao as well, too. Let's go. I love that.
Yeah, speaking of Lao, whenever you hear Kung Lao, even if you don't see him getting played, because he's still a very strong character, then you go and look at the cameo, because Low Hat is just so good. Even to the nerf that happened with the timing that you have for when you can throw Low Hat out, it's become very strong. A lot of the smoke players of late have converted over to using Sub-Zero as their secondary for that cameo, but Kung Lao is also in that same category, and you got Serena on the other side. Big damage, big support, big gameplay coming up right now as Ravish, we are getting in to our first game of Finals Day Sunday for MK1.
Let's get into it. Alrighty, want to do? Let's trade some hits back in the neutral. Brings us Serena early on as well. So you can find anything off of it. No, it's just a toss back. That's about it.
Yeah, here comes that dive kick. Now, here's the big thing is you got to be able to deal with the low-high mix. Even though it doesn't do a whole lot of damage overall, usually you do these strings with Goro, backing it up, keeping yourself safe for guaranteed plus frames. But when it comes to problem, it's all about setting up those vapor cancels as we get that poke in. 3-2 is going to get broken. That would have been a lot of damage, and Smart on wanted Deuce to shut it down.
Exactly. Not able to find much more off of that, too, but so far, once again, brings it back in, but super low, though, at this point. Because probably just got a chip a little bit more. For the back,
damage can disappear very quickly. He's already gone for a couple lows. That's the third low in a row. Here comes 3-2. We do not have a breaker available, so you got to take all this damage. Only 27%. Feral Beast out there laughing, too, because Problem also dropping his combos.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's gets the low to finish it off. So you know what? Good. I would say good, clean match. Nothing like insanely just explosive about it, but I like what we saw so far.
Yeah, very straightforward. Didn't use any of his meter really to cash out into the big combo strings, but standing one anti-air. We're gonna go ahead and get that drag back down. Of course, you can confirm it into the teleport across the other side. No, he's gonna go for bigger damage. He chose for the back two to look for that overhead. For anybody who doesn't know, overhead, of course, that is when you are blocking low, you get hit by a string up top, and if you get caught on low, you get hit down low. And now he's gonna go for the invis Ravish. He is cooking.
Indeed he is, but you can't see what you're cooking. It might not matter. By the end of it, too, Stove gets hot, and the run out the meter for Ronaldo finally finds him, and now it's finally his turn.
Like he says, smoke. Whenever there is smoke, there is fire. Right now, he's bringing some heat to this match. He's going to even this up potentially here at 1-1, but Wanda Deuce gets the throw. He has 3 bars still available to him. He has Fatal Blow on deck. There's plenty of opportunities to bring this back, but the down 3 chip outs, that's going to be enough to get this back to 1-1.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it close so far. Still pretty much almost full bars available for both sides, too. Especially Wanda Deuce looking pretty comfortable, but this time gets chased to the corner here once again, and I see him keep finding that bounce house.
Yeah, for anybody who's unaware, when you see that forward 3 come out, which is the little low kick, that little stab upwards is the overhead, so you gotta block low first and then stand straight up to block the second hit. Wanda Deuce getting caught by it. The standing 1 wake up on the aggressive approach. Once again, Problem has no issue waking up aggressive.
Not at all. And once again, he goes back inside. He dies to the unknown enemy. And it is a problem to take the first round.
It's like when you ever see those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons where they're floating towards the pie, or the Disney where they're floating towards the pie. You can smell it coming. The problem is the pie also fought back this time. And the smoke instead is going to be the one who takes game number 1. This is all best of 5 for anybody who is curious. We are in that top 8 position right now. Much like in Street Fighter, where you have to win 3 games in order to take the set to move on in the winner side of bracket.
Indeed. So let's hop back in, see if Wanna Deuce can look to even up things once more. So far, though, nice look. Gets the grab, pushes it back, but the hop over is clean.
Yeah, good call on the teleport. Of course, you go behind the player and go low, so you avoid all the hats. 3-2 combo extension. Now, if you only get the 2, you have to change up your combo route here, so you go for the knockdown instead. He has allowed for the repop up, though, and so he can go invis one more time.
Indeed. So looking for the invis, like you were saying so far. Breaks it once again. Has to call Serena early this time before being pushed in the corner. So problem now has the opportunity to do exactly what he was doing before. What was that?
Well done once again. We talked about it before. Vicious Vapors is what that teleport is referred to when you see him, or the dash in. But whenever you see him do that big stab overhead, that is his back 2. And whenever he gets that, that is a quick combo cancel into another low. He keeps his pressure up. And so far, Wanna Deuce has not had an answer. Well, sometimes you just gotta kick someone in the head.
Yeah,
like, all right, calm down.
I feel that's a theme in a lot of this Mortal Kombat. You know, sometimes I wanted to break your jaw just to get even with it, homie. But so far, catch the timing on Serena, but the boomerangs come back here once again. That's the thing about this, man. You know it's gonna come back. You gotta be ready for that.
That's what we talked about before with Serena. You always get consistent damage. That was 400 damage, almost right there at 393. All just because it came back and helped him out. Fatal Blow is on deck, though. You have to guess correctly. He's got plenty of bars to spend. He can spend one more if he feels like it. Doesn't even need it, though. He puts that 400 damage right back.
Indeed, and now it's just about chip at this point, too. Probably get the low, try to find one more. It's the grab, and Kung Lao will come finish it with a yeah.
One of my favorite things about Kung Lao's moveset is he has a move called the Shaolin Shimmy, just dancing on you, but the throw itself is basically that move once again, coming in with those multiple punches. Now, one thing I'd like to see out of Wanna Deuce that I noticed he was doing well, but it was using, I think, the wrong move at it, was down 3 pokes are good for stopping those cancel teleports, but down 1 is faster. That's usually a great answer to that, or as Zero from Tampa Nose has pointed out many times over, if you hold up and do up block, you stop that overhead, you get a big punish, and maybe that could be enough to slow down problem.
Okay. I'm out here taking notes if I was to ever go up against a smoke player, but for now, though, I think down 3 nor down 1 is a problem, but at least he stops the TP.
Yeah, there we go. He gets him as he tries to go for the cross up into the empty jump. We're going to get big damage. I think this one ends at 45.
Let's find out. No, we're going further.
we had even more Shaolin Shimmy right there. There it is, one of my favorite moves in the game. Into the overhead. He got 50+% out of that. An amazing string from Wanna Deuce, but he has to be able to do that again. And so far, he has not blocked the invisible mix-ups.
Not able to do that. And again, back at the corner we go, though. He could use the fatal blow if he wants to even things up. Gets the low once again. The jump will not work out. Will only spell his demise by the end of it, too. God damn.
Yeah, you can see Wanna Deuce has the damage output, but Problem has shown one thing that's more important. If you can't consistently hit me in neutral, you're not going to take the round. And he keeps getting these mix-ups over and over again. There's the 3-2, misses out on the second hit. He's going to go for the overhead cross-up again. Doesn't even need to go low. Ravish looks like he's running away with it.
Indeed, and we saw Problem do this yesterday as well, too, in that match that we got to witness. It was a quick 3-0, and right now it's setting up to be exactly that.
That was another smoke we're gonna see upcoming. Actually, that was Agent Frank. So we have more smoke players with many more problems, and that's going to be a 3-0 victory coming in from Problem right there, taking it pretty clean. Probably gonna send a message here with the fatality, of course. Again, look. You can talk a lot of game in the interview beforehand, but you can't talk when your bottom part of your mouth is gone.
Ooh. Well, it's a good thing. Hopefully, my man has dental insurance because he's gonna need it after that. That's gonna be tough. But
just a few moles distracted, maybe. Just that. Hey, I lost the wisdom tooth. You think, bro? Well, that incredible job from Problem, of course, that does guarantee he will go to the winners finals, which is a guaranteed top 3 position here at LA Comic-Con. And that is not the only match we have to go, because that was only the start here of the MK1 side of things. But that is our #1 overall seed, and he sure is looking like he earned that spot.
He did indeed. He came out to deliver, though. But remember, though, folks, we do have 2 more matches coming up after this as well, too. We're going to take a quick 5, or we come back, we'll have more NK. Stay tight in your seats. We'll see you back soon.
Welcome back, LA Comic-Con. As you just saw what was actually our finals contenders a second ago, coming in from Problem and Wanted to Do So. Problem actually already in the winner's side of Grand Finals. Going to go ahead and confirm himself that seat. That is the most comfortable position in the house, where you are guaranteed that you have to lose 2 rounds in a row in order to be able to get knocked out of bracket. But if he wins that one, it's all done. But before that happens, we got to go to the losers finals here, Ravish, where we just saw Smoke and Raiden. Well, guess what? We get to see some more Smoke and Raiden, because Agent Frank, who we saw yesterday, coming back up with the smoke as well to play up against Wanted Deuce.
Indeed. Frank was what I was talking about just yesterday, and he himself took a very clean victory, right? With the match that we saw. I am bucking on the character that we didn't end up seeing, but either way, it was still a smoke absolute clear, and we might just end up getting a smoke v smoke final as well if we get the same sort of performance from Agent Frank today as well.
Yes, if I remember correctly, I believe it was Scorpion he fought up against yesterday.
Yes.
And Scorpion kind of got overwhelmed a little bit because, like we said before, if you're not prepared for the Vicious Vapor cancels, they can be very overwhelming to see. But because of the fact that Wanted Deuce just played against one in Problem a second ago, even though he lost, he was looking good in moments, and he started to adapt to where those teleports were happening. So maybe, just maybe, he might be warmed up and ready to go. And for someone who's out here at his very first in-person tournament, I was impressed at what I was watching. But I was also very impressed by what I saw from Agent Frank yesterday. We're going to hear from them right now, back on the stage, to see how they feel going into this match.
Alrighty, LA Comic-Con. We are here with the lower finals here with Wanted Deuce and Agent Frank Gaming. Let's give it up for them tonight. Now, Agent Frank, I know we didn't get a chance to ask you any questions yesterday because you absolutely just killed it, wiped the floor in the previous night's match. It's great to see you back on stage. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good today.
Are you going to tell us which character you're going to play?
Scorpion.
Scorpion, that's an absolute classic. A fantastic matchup. I'm super excited to see it. Now, Agent Frank, why don't you tell me a little bit about, where you're from, how much, or rather how long did it take for you to get here? Anything about you? Any other tournaments that you played in the past?
Well, I came from Orange County, and took me about probably 5 years to start my esports career. And some of the tournaments I participated in the past was actually just from tournaments from high school, and we went up against other high schools, and which I don't know if that's a really big thing, but hey, that's some experience you can get out of that.
Well, I also started in high school. I can absolutely attest to how valuable that is in an up-and-coming esports player's career, especially now that you are on a stage in front of a beautiful venue, a beautiful crowd of people, Agent Frank. I got to ask you, how are you feeling going into this matchup against Wanted Deuce, who had an unfortunate set against Problem that, you potentially could be seeing in Grands? Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm feeling confident. Certainly what you just said about him, this is still going to give me a little bit of a challenge for me. So, especially when you play on online matches, everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to start racking up combos on you. So everyone plays differently. You have to look how they play and see how you can adapt to that.
Well, we absolutely love to hear that, ladies and gentlemen. It is Agent Frank Gaming taking the stage for the second time in this venue, ladies and gentlemen. I want to bring it over to Wanted Deuce here, who is the unfortunate recipient of Problem's Pain Train. Wanted Deuce, tell me a little bit how you're feeling going into this matchup, what you think you could do better, what you think you're going to adapt to, anything you'd like to say.
Whew. That first game, it's got me a little off guard, but now it's time to bounce back. You see, I got the Triple H cosplay on. It's time to play the game. I'm here. I know where my adjustments I need to make up at. Can't tell them, but I gotta, show everybody what I can do now.
I absolutely love that confidence. Confidence is something you absolutely want to have when you're on a stage in front of a beautiful crowd of people. Once again, going into a match, going in confident, ups your chances of winning. So anything you have to say, anything you have to do to be able to get through this best-of-5 set and loser semis, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck as well, Agent Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, it is losers semifinals. We're going to send it over to Ajax and Ravish. Let's take it away.
much like what Triple H has done, better stories will be told in the near future. Potentially here for Juan and Deuce as we get into this qualifier to get over to that grand finals match in the lower finals side of bracket. I'm super excited to see Juan and Deuce make a lot of adaptation, but Ravish,
yes.
I am way more excited to see some Scorpions show up as well, as I didn't expect to see that here, and that's my GOAT. So, how you feeling about this upcoming set here after what we just saw a second ago?
I'm excited, man. Much like Triple H, I'm gonna spit all over my camera and just as soon as I swallow my water. Oh my God!
We went two very different ways with that segue for Triple H. But indeed, it is time to play the game. We're gonna get into that momentarily. Agent Frank Gaming, we saw yesterday again, was rocking very well with that smoke, but it seems like maybe that was trying not to play the Scorpion Mirror. It's something to speak on what he said. This is very important to me. I am someone who also came from local competitive scenes, played a lot in high school, and as many of us did. And if you are just ever curious about doing that, look up your local scenes, look up your local events, and support your local tournaments, because those are where champions are made, and that's where you end up meeting those friends that you know for a lifelong time, and you start traveling to major events together, and that's how many of us even got to where we are in the competitive scene in the first place. So let's see if that will be enough to bring him that success he's looking for. We're going to see that Goro, maybe? Nope. Looks like we're going to switch it up. Goro is normally the most common pick you see with Kung Lao, but it looks like Juan and Deuce hovering over a couple different decisions, might be more matchup specific.
Yeah, trying to change up to see what he can adapt against the Serena. I know with the Scorpion, like you were mentioning, that's your GOAT right there. So I'm sure you can either critique or take some notes for how the game does end up going, though. But in terms of that, like exactly you're mentioning, all competitive experience can lead you to somewhere, and this right here is it, stage or not. Like you mentioned before, we've all got to start somewhere, and we all do end up eventually reaching better heights, naturally through practice, review, and so on and so forth. So no matter the result, hopefully they can take something away from it as you hop into this next game.
And it's all about good games and good times as we get ready to have some good fun here in Losers Finals, the first match between Juan and Deuce and Agent Frank. And something Agent Frank said very importantly that Juan and Deuce is going to be thinking about as well is adaptation. It's not about necessarily the first game sometimes. It's about figuring out what people do and adjusting over time. One of the things that Lau is very strong at is a lot of safe block strings. But once you start to adapt to that, Scorpion has some great whiff punishes, as we can see with the teleport, and if he's got that backed up with the EX teleport, he's going to get big damage.
Yeah. Tries to TP the first time, though. This time gets the counter back. Should be able to carry him all the way to the corner. No, drops that, though.
So that situation happens sometimes because as you're walking forward with the 3-2 string right there, you could end up walking underneath the player and creating yourself in your own cross-up. So you have to make sure you don't overstep it. He goes for the 1-2 goes for the spear. And we're going to reset it into this restand. So what happens here, you don't get knocked down. You see how he's still standing up? You never get to use an armored break move on wake up there, and then you have to deal with the same block string from the spin. Very smart there from Agent Frank.
Agent Frank is right now, though, but in dire straits so far, Juan and Deuce finds the opening and ends up getting the first round in this lower final as well. So not too far off either side. Use TP right off the rip to be able to capitalize off of it.
Yeah, I like the way that Juan and Deuce has really been adjusting his game plan. He actually really hasn't changed too much either, because full screen gaming, trying to go into a Serena war, is only going to lead to you getting caught by the spear like so. Go for the 1-1-1, pushing him all the way to the corner, trying to catch a press of the button. He does, and there's the Hellfire to get some more damage.
Just to cap it all off here by the end. Health lead not really prevalent on either side so far, but Agent Frank's able to put it in his favor. After the string, can't get the block here. Nothing through, but this should help out.
And we talked about it before. You see how he waked up with that armored getup and allowed him to get back into it. Unfortunately for Agent Frank, he wasn't in a position to be able to confirm into the spear off of that. But pretty much any wake up, it won't do enough. But that next chip will. You can't afford to hold block here. You have to go all on aggressive if you want to deuce.
And right now, if you're like you're saying, he has to be the fatal blow. Goes forward, just gets knocked down. He's not dead yet. No shot, man.
This has happened. The magic pixel might happen, but the down one from Scorpion, your fastest poke option right there in 7 frames. You want to make sure that you're getting out of that situation without dropping that game with the 1 pixel left.
And he just barely survives it by the end, makes it 1-1. Wanted Deuce keeping his cool, even with all the fire on top of him. And Agent Frank is learning. Because, you know, Serena, those boomerangs come back.
Again, you got to just hold down. Don't block it. As those blades come back in, you won't get caught by the chip. These throws have been finding their mark a ton, though, from Wanted Deuce. And that time, calling out the aggressive wake up, but doesn't really have anything to spend. Even though he had the 3 bars, he chose not to cash out there on that whiff punish.
Yeah. Instead, goes ahead, gets the grab, though, but this time it's Agent Frank. Perhaps trying to make his move. Okay. Nothing to follow up after which. It's just a space between both of them. TP immediately. Nothing found.
Trying to go for that down one after the teleport just to keep himself safe, but the EX dive kick, that's going to give you a big combo. He's too far away to be able to confirm into the Goro follow-up, but it doesn't matter as he axe kicks the dome. Make you think about your decisions a little bit as your head is kind of going around in circles. But I think Agent Frank played phenomenally that match. Wanted Deuce was able to pressure him a little bit more than he maybe would have liked. But the damage was there, and I think very much so that this set might be one we actually see get to a Game 5.
Indeed. By the way, congratulations on getting the beaten and broken trophy. Sorry to over PS5, that is.
One of the best things about being a tournament organizer is the players unlock everything for you by just letting it play. But there's that back 3, of course, the double hitting move, which is a mid and a low, so you want to make sure you get down low before you can. But here comes the Serena. We got another one in there. You got to break if you don't want to die. Well, I'm surprised he broke there because he's so far behind, you don't have your bars going into the next round.
Yeah, because then you're just taking a chance upon yourself for that. But like exactly like you're mentioning, you're pretty much so low, doesn't even necessarily matter. And now he doesn't have a single bar. He's down around. This is tough going for Wanted Deuce.
Yeah, this is looking phenomenal here for Agent Frank as he's trying to get these forward 2s to find the overhead. That is 2 overheads in a row, so I'm not surprised that he went for the down 3, but nothing really to back it up. And Agent Frank's just realizing that if he stays within a certain position, Wanted Deuce kind of swings a little bit and a little late. Actually, no, yeah, a little early, excuse me, on the spear, which you can confirm on the anti-air there.
Yeah. But he's managed to confirm all this. Gets the spear this time, though, pulls him back, continues forward, and that is so much damage. We will pop it up to also a 400 here, and we're still going.
Yeah, 400 and the knockdown. Decides to go 2-1 into 4, which, of course, you go for 2-1. That's your safe string for a poke, but 4 will keep you safe. Right now, the damage is going to skyrocket, though, for Wanted Deuce. He has multiple bars. He's got Goro for safe block string on Wake Up coming up. Challenge Shimmy to end it out. He could definitely steal this round back, especially if he's going to wake up just like that. He's got Fatal Blow available to him. He might be able to confirm the closeout, but he gets the overhead instead, and he brings it all the way back on the overhead. Great job there from Wanted Deuce.
Wanted Deuce keeping it cool even though he was down so much. Man, just lay down the law and let him know who's in charge. We're back to 1-1 here once again. Remember, he's up around and wants to go up 2-0 here.
It's all about setting the tone, especially with the fact that he is almost at he almost came back in that first game as well. When it, with the original last pixel, but Agent Frank was able to stop it. This time, he actually gets it done. But Agent Frank got the 3-2 string. Gonna go for the corner carry with 1-2 in the air, but not enough. That is not safe, so that allows him to get the throw.
Match ability dodged that as well too, but those boomerangs coming back does him in, unfortunately. And finally now, I think Agent Frank was looking for a bit of space. How far doesn't actually connect there either, but at least this will though.
He should be able to finish it out. He's got plenty of meter. He's got Serena available. He doesn't even need to spend the meter. And for a change, everyone, we are seeing a 1-1 set count here in Losers Finals.
Let's go. Agent Frank gets one of his own after what was 2 very close rounds too, but finally finds his footing and a bit more of a dominant end there too, and we should be looking at the run back here. I'm excited, man. Finally we get something just a little bit more intense. I love that.
Yeah. This is very solid play from both players. We talked about it before as we go to the character select screen for a moment. It's all about adaptation. Even if you lose, it's what did you do that made you lose and how can you adjust? And for Wanted Deuce, he doesn't feel like the Goro is enough. He's losing out on the full screen game. He's not able to pressure the same way he'd like with Goro. So might as well go with Serena so you can maybe at minimum win on trades, so when the Serena blades come back, Scorpion also gets hit, and nobody ends up with a full combo.
Exactly. So they decide instead to make things a little bit more mirrored in that sense, but if anything, but so far, and it's Agent Frank taking full advantage of that Serena, not able to get that string back, but instead, it's now their turn to feel the flames.
Yeah, just barely missed on the 1-2-2 so he could get that overhead knockback down, so you could get the hard knockdown. But still, playing very calm, very patient, not really going too crazy. That is many times over, though, that Wanted Deuce has had those throws ducked, and he keeps getting punished for it, so he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more to see if he can get those throws in.
Manages to block that too from the rising, but Explosion once again, nothing to follow after that. Both just waiting, a small little opening as he has him in the corner though, but puts out the Serena to just give himself some more space.
It's all about that full screen game right now. This is something that we've been seeing pretty consistently. It's about the mix up between the Hellfire and the Spear will be the choice besides the Breaker, which means you got to commit to actually winning this round. Much like last time, he's going to be without it, and you go for the unblockable enhanced version of Hellfire. There's nothing you could do to stop that. As soon as you land, that was checkmate.
Yeah, exactly. Really well played there as well too. Puts himself down to just 1 bar at this point for Agent Frank, and nothing right now from Konglass. So we're gonna build up the resources if anything. Does have a mighty health lead, mighty.
Yeah, way better this game round. He went for down 3 to go ahead and get himself that pressure for the throw. Gets the jump in. No follow-up, though. After the jump, it doesn't matter, though. He gets the low into the overhead, and then a low overhead again. Tries to go for overhead one more time. He's just constantly kicking him in the top of his head.
We just keep on switching momentum between both these players, but it seems like every round can actually go to either side, depending on whoever gets the first hit. That's crazy. Showing us 2 different looks every time.
I love it too because it's not always about the big combo. It's about finding the hits in the first place. So right now we're going to get an air-to-air hit. We're going to cash out at least 36 if he spends another bar. Yep, there we go. Finish the combo out, shell and shimmy, boom, 3,900, not 3,900, he'd be dead. 389 damage.
Bro's looking at 10 times it, bro. You gotta learn to read, brother.
Yeah, that's the whole set right there. That's 3 rounds.
Exactly. But like you mentioned, though, a lot of numbers put forward though for this time. But Agent Frank looking for anything in terms of run back so far. Has the pressure on him so far, but want to do so. Playing it low, trying to block as much as he can, but can't block Serena this time though. After this, we usually see him go for the pullback this time, but can't find it.
Yeah, I like the way Agent Frank's also been mixing it up too. He's got a lot of good down 1 pokes into throws or pressure into Serena, and much like that, there we go again. He goes for the walk-up throw this time. So it's a very simple mix-up, but it's a consistent one, but that's a huge punish. You have to break that. That would have been the round.
Exactly. So does so exactly. Use the fatal blow.
That hit,
yep. Let's go.
Armor frames are there. You can break through them, but if you're doing it on a jump in, there are no multi-hits to be found, and that's going to be Wanted Deuce getting the jump in call out, pushing himself up 2-1 here in Losers Finals.
Wanted Deuce in an excellent run back after what was such a dominant round. He lets him fall.
Okay. Look, man said God is good all the time, especially when I mash down so I can taunt on you real quick. That's what we just saw. As you, of course, when you press down a bunch of times, normally that is referred to as tactical crouching, or you know, maybe a spot of tea with some extra bags. But instead, it's going to lead to a taunt now, and also we're going to lead to a full combo. Agent Frank trying to shut that down, make sure he's not locked down in the corner, spending that breaker very early.
Agent Frank wants to let him know, man, all the time God is good, but cannot find the space to do so. Starting to get the low for this time, though. Puts on Serena, just give him some space, puts him down to just about half near that. But rocks the Hellfire, Agent Frank, let's see it, man. Come on, take us 2-2.
He goes for the overhead finisher, decides to finish out, of course, like I said before, 2-1-4, and he's going overhead again. There's the 3-2. This is a big combo starter in the corner. You get the spear, you get to pop him back up again here. This is going to be about 400 plus damage. Actually, no, he just goes for the knockdown instead to keep it safe.
Gives himself a bit more space, though, pushes it back, gets the throw this time. Agent Frank. All right, does he have the space to continue to string forward this time? Oh, blocks it on armor, but gets the low, but blocks it this time again. Stays safe, but just barely. Never mind.
Right now, this is very similar to what happened last time. Wanted Deuce has 3 bars available to him. He can absolutely cash out everything he needs. 1, spend it all. Spend the cash. Don't waste your time. But instead, he's going for the overhead. He doesn't keep himself safe. If he decided to go for EX a shimmy, he could have just chipped him out. But he gets the down 3, and he's 1 round away from taking it all here in Losers Finals.
Exactly. Decides to save the resources. Did it right at the very end. I think a smart decision to do so. But now Agent Frank has to play this so close to the chest so far. almost has all 3 bars, but Wanted Deuce is giving him not even a second to breathe at this point. He's laying it all on the line, and now he's got no bars.
Oh, there we go. There's a return of Serena. All you need is 1, and you could be done. But right now, it's going to be the breaker instead. And we get the side switch. If he recognized that quick enough, he could have gotten a spear off and confirmed. But honestly, Ravish, I just want to get out of the corner at this point, as he did exactly like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would too, man. All that tight space, I'm getting claustrophobia with how much of the map I've actually even seen. This stage just has not progressed past a centimeter, but this time, we're getting the full map view, that 360 of Google Maps around.
Right now, we're going to get the fatal blow. It will not be enough to kill, but it is going to be a big chunk of damage. So all of a sudden, this match can very much go the way of Agent Frank. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get caught by wake up fatal blow. He needs to get in as quick as possible to shut this down. It might happen. Here comes Hellfire, but nothing hits.
Yeah, he's so close to doing it too. Gets the high on that, knocks him down the fatal blow. I think he actually blocked that too.
He
No!
pressed down 1! I thought he was blocking, but Wanted Deuce comes through. He gets him on the down 1 poke, and that's gonna do it as a 3-1 victory. Sending him packing 2. This may not be a fatality, but it sure as hell looks like one. As Wanted Deuce takes it 3-1 and gets that rematch against Problem.
I thought he had that. I thought for sure he was good for the blogs, man. That's crazy. He reads it.
Not the IRL, not the IRL teabags, bro.
Yeah, come on. Bro, actually hopped up and down. Come on, man.
Hey, but you know what? You know what? Good job and well done. Good camaraderie too to Agent Frank and Wanted Deuce there. Wanted Deuce is going to get that rematch, but Agent Frank, like you said before, only really attending a lot of the high school brackets and such. But hopefully that is not the only bit that we see of him, because as we've seen lately, we've seen some success from Scorpion, and we also saw some solid play from him there. So I hope this is not just the end. It is not just the closeout to the story. But hopefully we see a lot more of him in the future.
Indeed we do. But for now, though, you're going to see a bit less of us, as we do have a small break, I believe about 10 to 20, right between finals. So y'all make sure to stick around where you see some more MK action. Stay tight in your seats.
LA Comic-Con, welcome back to the final set of the Open Bracket Tournaments. It is grand finals time here for Mortal Kombat number 1, and it is rematch time as well from the winner's final set we saw a little while ago of Wanted Deuce versus Problem, who has quite literally been a huge problem for everybody sitting on the winner's side of grands. And to call that action one more time is myself, Ajax, joined once again by the most ravishing man in the business, Mr. Ravish. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm excited. Like you say, Problem has been absolutely unstoppable. His smoke has been disgusting, and he shows absolutely zero signs of dropping a single set. So let's get it.
Yeah, it looks like it might continue. A lot of people have had trouble dealing with the insane amount of pressure he's had. Of course, it's very difficult to pull off all of those vicious vapor cancels, but to be able to do that while mixing it up into the high-lows is the real big difficult part about that, and he's doing it tremendously. We're going to hear from them right now as we get ready into Grand. Start to the stage.
Alrighty, LA Comic-Con, are you ready? We have two players who have gone through the entire weekend, an entire gauntlet to face each other right here, right now. It is Problem from United States Army Esports versus Wanted Deuce. Now, Wanted Deuce, we'll start with you first, because we just saw here that you had an absolute game against Agent Frank, being an absolute heartbreaker for him. Tell me, how does it feel coming from the lower bracket into this grand finals to take what could be one of the hardest sets you've ever played against U.S. Army Esports Problem?
No, I'm back. I'm back. Just know that. I'm back. You know, I'm ready to play. You know, shout outs to my last opponent. You know, he did good. You know, I saw a few times, you know, I told myself, like, if I had a few more, I would have caught up. I would have caught up to what he was doing. But, you know, he got me. He threw me off guard, like I said. But I'm back. I'm back.
Absolutely love to hear that confidence once again. LA Comic-Con, if you're not already here to bear witness to this incredible best of 5 series, you gotta see it to believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, Problem! Problem. This whole entire tournament, you have absolutely crushed the hopes and dreams of many entries into this competition. Coming from the winner's side, how are you feeling into this best of 5?
I mean, you already saw what happened in the first game, so light work.
Would you say you are him?
I'm him. They know. You already know what's up.
Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your grand finals at the LA Comic-Con for 2023. It's Problem. It's Wanted Deuce. We're going to send it over to our casters, Ajax and Ravish. Don't go anywhere. Let's kick this off.
All right, looks like it's time for hashtag Himothy himself to showcase whether he can actually get the job done. We got Problem going up to the stage one more time. Like you said, light work. At that, it was a free W in his eyes, but very important thing there was that confidence that Wanted Deuce had going into this match. Like he said, he's back, he's ready to go, and it's time to play the game. Ravish, how are you feeling? Do you think that he has what it takes to be able to make the comeback, or is it going to be too much to deal with the unstoppable force that is Problem at the top?
I mean, he did mention the key thing there. He said that if he had a couple more, he would have got him. He caught him off guard. And right now, if you're looking at it, Wanted clearly was ready to step back in the ring, go pound for pound, stack for stack. So the confidence in his eyes speaks for himself. But if you look at confidence, the Problem just says light work and stops it there. End sentence, bro. Nothing more need to be said. So things look pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes in a second. Like we said, this is the final match of the entire weekend here for the open brackets. But of course, if you are here in the building, do not forget that there are still more things going on. There's also the Play a Pro that's going on not too far off, and of course, shout outs one more time to one of the booths that actually gave us a little bit to give towards this prize pool, which is the Moto Glads booth over at 4314. They donated a custom MK tumbler towards this, so one of them gets to get that along with the bragging rights and any additional prizes that might be going going on. But right now, it is definitely about those bragging rights, as Problem and Wanted Deuce said their piece. But it all matters on how it plays out in the game itself. Character selection coming up, and I don't think we're going to see anything different from that Kung Lao and that Smoke.
No, I highly doubt it. Maybe a change up. I think we saw that Wanted felt really good with the Serena in the previous game as well too, and Smoke to bring that Kung Lao for himself, in fact. So, unsurprisingly across the board, but almost pretty much a run back of the previous game that we saw just about an hour ago or so. So, let's hop into it and see what we got going on. Can he dodge the invis? Can we get the smoke counters, or will Kamala throw his hat into the ring once more?
You know, Peacemaker may be on the way, but right now it is Problem who's saying, you can't see me as I take this W. Grand Finals begins now, and already started things off super aggressive with the jump in, trying to go for those down threes, but already did not see the back two coming in with that quick overhead.
And it's those kicks once again, man. They just keep doing all this work, carries him all the way to the corner. He's been stuck here before and seems like he have to make his home camp out, put out the fire, because he's not going nowhere unless with the hop back, and he has to use the breakthrough.
Oh, gets the standing one anti-air too, closes it out with the command finisher. Actually, no, he doesn't. He goes further, and he goes low that time, not ready for it, and it's looking like a near flawless victory. He will get a poke in, but that was as perfect of a showcase as you could ask for the first round from Problem.
If you are Problem right now, you are absolutely feeling it with how you started it off. Where this, at least, is much more positive for Wanted Deuce. Still his turn. He's going to carry that momentum all the way forward, and there's that shimmy.
It's hard to breathe when your chest gets caved in like that, and also hard to see when you're staring into the dirt that quickly. So Wanted Deuce answering back very quickly, but the problem is always after he loses his turn. Here we go, Ravish. He's got a couple good blocks, but he doesn't block the forward three. He's going to get finished out with the Vicious Vapor. No cancel to be found, and he keeps that pressure up. But once again, yet another low. Ravish, he can't play the game.
No, he can't. Now we're going cross map with this one here, back and forth, and now he doesn't even need to use the end of it, because right now he's just hopping up back and forth. It's like we in the funhouse again here, man, because Wanted Deuce is having a terrible time, and that should be it. Ooh,
That's gonna be a KO, though. We mentioned earlier, the thing with fatal blows is you do need some health, and if you get multiple hits in, it will lead to the kill regardless. You may have some armor, but it is not a guaranteed win con. And you see that little stretch back, the little lean back in the chair there from Problem, like, that's all I'm saying. I don't know where that talk came from, bro. But I do have to say, Wanted Deuce had a little bit to back up that conversation. You can see it in that second round. He was playing very good, but it's all about the pressure from Problem so far.
Yeah, and the pressure game has been completely insurmountable. It's as though I'm listening to Queen's dun 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 over and over again here, man. But as of right now, though, things again go in his direction.
He's looking good too, and once again, he just did 3 lows in a row, which means you're not looking to look upwards. But these air to airs have been great for Wanted Deuce. He just hasn't been able to finish his food. Right now, he gets tripped up. Goes for not 1, not 2. He goes for 3 overheads in a row, but if you don't do anything with it, it's not going to be much. It was just all for show.
It's that toss of smoke this time goes invis, and once again, it's going to be that 5-knuckle shuffle to bring him to the first round.
The fact that he got that standing one in that position after Invisible wasn't there shows me how much Problem plays the game, and I definitely see some legitimate behavior going on here. Hopefully we see more of him in the future. But cancels out, goes for the low down one, goes for the back sweep 2 times in a row. It's a pretty common habit of his to try and see if he can get something to happen. But standing one anti-air, once again, Problem is just cruising through on these jump-ins.
Yeah, and I'm starting to notice as well too is that every time he goes invis there as well too, he gets the mid and immediately goes for the low, knowing that Wanted Deuce is scared and he's never expects it. Gets it with it every time, breaks the block, but at least Wanted Deuce gets something back.
Bro, that last interaction was for the old heads in the building where they both just did uppercut on wake up. That was all you did back in the day. Right now we're seeing a whole lot more going on as the the down 2 one more time, the big uppercut swing, slicing that chance of victory in more than half, because now the worst spot you could be in. We've seen many people get the thing done before, but it's all about one more match for Problem and 3 in a row that Wanted Deuce would have to do. Everybody in the crowd, who everybody's watching right now, Problem may be up 2-0, but the tournament's not over yet. If you want to get some love, you want to give us some support, you want to see some more MK, make some noise right now to get Wanna Deuce hyped up. Get him feeling confident, because right now it's looking like it definitely is Problem's favor. But a great crowd right now. Everybody get ready to see how this is going to close out. Even Pikachu in the background feeling some type of hype.
Yeah, let's go. I hope all y'all in the crowd are enjoying the con, enjoying the game so far. It looks incredible out there. So should be an absolutely wonderful time. We even got a sign language interpreter. Can I get her to say me mamumu? Oh man.
You're actually just not a good person. But bro, I can't. That's where you went. That's where you went with that. Again, shout outs of course to all the interpreters, everybody putting in great work, and everybody who's out here enjoying this here Sunday, the final day of the open bracket, and still a shot. It is not over yet. There's still a chance for Wanna Deuce to make the comeback. All you need is one game, some hopes and some dreams right now, maybe some good vibes to try and make this W happen. But Problem, only one away from taking it all home today.
Let's see what they managed to change so far. Then actually characters like say the exact same. Smokes with the Kong La. Okay, so it was a small bit of a reset, if anything. A better mental. You saw them laughing in between rounds. And Wanna Deuce, all right, starts it off a bit early, gets his overheads, pushes it back in the corner, but Problem decides, I see, your turn is done, sir. Let's start it off.
Yeah, he actually had the bait there too. He did the empty jump. He got him to press standing one, but because it was standing one, it was a little bit too fast and not an easy button to try and get that jump in. And now here's where things usually go south. He's got the 3-2 combo extender. He drops it though, but the down one to stop anything from happening from Wanna Deuce.
At this point, usually where Problem looks for the smoke teleporter, but this time, instead decides not to just do so, keep carrying it forward over and over. And this should be just the first round. Up, top, and down we go. He's not letting up anything.
Yeah, no, it indeed never stops. Nobody knows how to deal with it. One more round away from Army Esports Problem taking home the trophy and getting back-to-back dubs between Street Fighter 6 and MK1.
Has to use this arena for the break, though. Using that early on is nice, but now he needs to play with 0 meter throughout this entire round so far. Aki does it early enough. Smoke builds himself up to 2 here this time. Looking for what more he can find. Wanna Deuce. Does he get turned around once again? Seems like it.
Yeah, simplicity is key has been the game plan for Wanna Deuce so far, just going for lows and high-low mix-ups, but it's not enough to get big combos, and that's such a hard mix to block. Ooh. The low hat comes through, the back two comes through as well. You got to deal with both the high and the low at the same exact time. One more mistake, and that's the round. He blocks the overhead. He's still got a shot, but it doesn't look like it might be too much longer as he gets poked out once again in the 1-1 string, in the chip out. That's all he needs.
The low! That's it! It's Problem to take it all at LA Comic-Con Grand Finals champion. Let's get it.
Great job from Problem, taking it all home here. And also, once again, good camaraderie. Everybody, you always talk a good game between, but it's all about that great sportsmanship at the end of the day. Wanna Deuce, give some love, by the way, to Wanna Deuce. This is his very first in-person tournament. Gets all the way to second, but Problem taking it home here today, looking like he had absolutely no issues with the bracket going all the way through. I don't believe dropping a single round to get this W here at LA Comic-Con.
Problem really plays his game, bro. It's like with some of the combos we saw, that guy is in the lab constantly cooking up. Nobody knows, and if I ever see another smoke at another tourney, I'm hoping that's Problem up there, man.
I just got, just a reminder, everybody, again, I'm just going to show you really quick. This is not easy to do. You have to press back forward and then 3, which is whatever your A button, your X button, or whatever have you for what control scheme you use. You have to press that and then hold back on block in the middle of that dash forward in smoke to cancel it. It does nothing there. But that frame window is tight, and then once you do that, you have to now press back on this again and continue doing that over and over again. We're gonna hear from Problem exactly how he was able to do that over and over and win over and over as he takes it all home here today. Let's go back to the stage to hear how he feels.
Los Angeles Comic-Con, we have our Mortal Kombat 1 open bracket champion. It's United States Esports Problem! This is yours, my friend. How you feeling right now?
I feel good, another day in
Another day, another work? Is that what you just said?
yeah.
Another day on the job for Problem, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute incredible weekend here at the Los Angeles Comic-Con open bracket tournament for both Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1. Problem, do you have any final remarks to everyone out here in the venue? Will we be seeing you more in professional play?
Most definitely. Shout out to Deuce. He did a good job, and shout out to everybody else that participated. It was fun.
Absolutely. Shout out to Wanna Deuce as well for being an absolute human being, just being a great player, a great just ball of energy. I absolutely loved this dude throughout the entirety of the tournament. Shout out to him. Thank you so much, everyone, to everyone who has come out here to support the open bracket tournament for Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up for your champion of Los Angeles Comic-Con. It's United States Esports Problem. Thank you.
All right, once again, big congratulations to Problem, and shout outs, by the way, to the movie Reptile I saw in the corner there with the green orb as well. Big kudos to everybody who's in the crowd who had a great time, and also congratulations one more time to Problem. I sure hope this is not the only time we see him, and also not the only time we see all these other competitors as well, because like we said before, Wanted Deuce, very first in-person event. Agent Frank, only attending all of his high school events and other stuff at that, but they put themselves on the big stage so everybody could see, and they performed very well at that amongst incredible competition, and that in and of itself deserves a lot of kudos, and we hope to see all of you in the future at more of these events.
Indeed. So keep playing fighting games, keep watching, keep competing, and keep practicing, and hopefully we'll get to see y'all's incredible plays so far. But that's it for us today. Naturally, big shout out to production, food behind the screen, of course, to our observers, our camera ops, and for you in the audience, actually for watching the boy AJ by my side. I've been Ravish, most Ravish from the internet. Y'all have a good night. Peace.